Hello everyone, welcome to Creating Grin, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast set in the homebrew fantasy world of Solaris on the continent of Alteratus. At the table we have the 3 players that will bring to life our adventurers, and to my right we have...
Jason. I'm playing Gorath Thunderfist, a Goliath fighter, feeling a little ooey, a little gooey, and a whole lot of confusion.
And I am Brian, playing Calbrig's Goldbound, a human grave cleric. And I got nothing after that one. That was just too good.
And I'm Katie, playing Arya Kallis, a tiefling rogue who is done with this tunnel, is in pain, and just wants to sleep.
And my name is Eric, and I will be your dungeon master for this chapter in our tale. Kelbrix, Ari, and Gorath. At your feet lies a viscous puddle of goo and ooze of what was once a creature known as a gibbering mouther. What would the 3 of you like to do?
In a shocking turn of events, it looks like you're the only one not injured.
That took a little bit of damage. So, Ari, you gonna search this thing now?
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I am just gonna keep shaking the Warhammer and getting the goo off of the...
Yeah.
Like Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters.
Alright,
We just find this amulet and leave.
alright.
So you find yourselves in a hallway roughly around 35 feet-ish in length, running east to west. It's a little over 8.5, 9 feet in width, closer to 10, but more, slightly wide. There is a door in which the creature, the gibbering mouther, came from. That would be to the south on your current positions. And then there is a door about 10 feet along the northern wall. There's a doorway leading into another chamber.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the room to the south where the gibbering whatever creature came from.
The mouther, yes. So you step into this room, and this room is what appears to be the remains of a bedchamber of some sort. The room is full of decaying furniture, old broken down tables. A bookcase lies in the far, that'd be what, southwestern corner. There's a broken down chest that's like to your immediate left there along the western wall. An old table and chairs to the southwestern, and then there's a bed to the northeastern side in this room. There's definitely signs of water damage where water has seeped through, and there's definitely signs where this creature has been kind of developing it or turning it into its lair.
Nice. Perfect. And for you listeners out there, switch the western and eastern side of that description.
Oh, there you go.
I love you.
Also, Arya's still stuck.
Yes. DM, we're going to need you to move her token into a spot so we can actually move it.
Oh.
She is clipped into a wall or a door.
Try that.
Perfect.
See if you can move. You want to look at our wonderful debacles? Check us out on YouTube once
Wall
again.
number 2.
I am still
You're
stuck in a wall.
again. It's like you can't move.
I gotcha.
It's like it's
There
sticky
you
in
go.
here. You can't really
God.
walk.
Yep.
Alright,
I just wanted to look at the room.
yeah, I'm just going to do a quick once over. The bookshelves, I'm guessing everything on there is pretty much rotted. And
There are some books that seem viable that are not damaged in that bookshelf in the southwestern corner of the room. Let me get my cardinal directions correct.
All right. Yeah, I'll move over and just kind of take a look and peek through a few of these books, see if there's anything of interest in it.
Sure, go ahead and give me an investigation. And while he's doing that, Gorath, Ari, what would the two of you like to do?
I want to go up to the other room.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
You hold yourself right there. Gorath, what would you like to do?
Is there anywhere around here that the
Oh,
footing is any more stable, or is it all just this gunky gunk
well-
stuff?
So when the creature died, the floor returned to normal.
Okay.
Now,
You
Ari,
are in darkness.
as you were walking into that room,
Oh,
you
God.
do remember you dropped a dagger into the floor.
Oh, yeah.
It's directly below where Gorath is standing, and as you look at it, it is actually infused into the floor now because it was dough-like when you dropped the dagger, and when the creature died, it encased it. So it's like flush with the stonework part of the stone.
Well, that's great.
I think so. I think it's really good.
Lost a dagger. Rude.
Kelbrix, what was your
Find a new
investigation
one.
on this bookcase to the southwestern corner of the room?
That would be a 16 plus 0. So 16.
16. So, you see that the bookshelf contains various books. You quickly notice that some of them seem to be like school books and magic, not necessarily any value to you. One thing that starts to pique your interest is there are various leather-bound books with leather straps. They look like journals. There is about 8 of them that you count so far. There is a few books on elven history and like elven lore.
I'll grab the journals.
Yep.
And that's it.
The 16 is good enough. You start shuffling through most of the journals, and nearly all of them seem to be either roughly written in of random useless knowledge or damage from wear and tear. There's one journal that stands out in particular that seems to have the best content plus the best viability and structure. You know, it's still in good shape and intact. You quickly kind of look at it and find out that the journal once belonged to a individual named Brostel Ironclad. And you do speak Dwarvish, so
Yes, I
you
do.
will be able to read this as it is written in Dwarvish. If you wanted to try to glance through the journal as we speak right now, okay. I was
No,
gonna say.
I'm just gonna throw that in my pack. That way I have it for later.
Alright, awesome. Gorath, you watch as Kelbrix does this. I still wasn't sure what you were going to do as Ari walks past you, and then you hear her say, "Oh man, my dagger's in the stone."
I am not doing anything. I can't see outside of Kelbrix, basically, and I'm just going to hang out by the door.
Okay, alright. Ari, we'll go up to you as you move towards the northern door in the hallway, and you step into this room, and it appears to be a laboratory. It is in disarray and in shambles. The northeastern corner of this door seems to be underwater or flooded severely. You can actually see that there is rubble and debris underneath the water line, kind of poking and prodding up or sticking up through the water. The water is stagnant, so there's a bit of a smell. There's a large table in front of the doorway, maybe 5 or so feet that you're kind of nearby, and you can see that it is cracked and damaged. There's a lot of broken beakers and vials that used to contain various liquids and solvents. There's a few old, worn, rotten journals or books there. Looks like a desk to the northwestern corner of this room. That was once a wizard's desk. It's very similar to what Albus would have had, kind of that same layout, obviously not the same make and model, if you will. There's a ton of old parchments and books and papers and scroll works and different things are just tossed haphazardly on there. An old bookshelf to the southwestern corner of this room has just been ravaged and fallen apart. But the one thing that stands out in the northern section of the wall, kind of towards the corner where that desk is a large, 7-foot tall, iron door. No handle, no lock, just complete iron. What would you like to do?
I want to investigate and see if I can figure out how to open it.
Okay. So you move up to the iron door.
Right here.
Right there. Yep, that's the door. And as you approach the door, you get within 3 to 4 feet of the door. There is a kind of this gold sparkling energy that just kind of like flashes something on the doorway. And it looks as if there are 3 columns that are on this doorway. The first column to the left has several things written on it. I think 8 total things that are written on it. But it is in a language which you're pretty sure is Dwarvish. There are a bunch of random Dwarven symbols in the center column. And then there is a third column that has 8 things listed on it as well. All in Dwarvish that you do not understand. But it all seems to like magically just reveal itself. And it seems to kind of teem and sparkle with energy.
Well, that's fancy.
Yes, and again, no lock, no handle, no sign of anything. It's just like a blank iron door that runs from floor to ceiling, essentially.
I think before I start messing with it, I'm gonna go get Kelbrix so he can potentially translate.
Okay.
So, I'll just come back out here.
So you move back towards the doorway to this laboratory. You see Gorath looking in, and Kelbrix is making his way towards Gorath. Kelbrix, you see Ari step back to the door.
And at this point, I'll be coming back out.
Hey, Kelbrix, there's a weird iron door with Dwarvish on it.
Okay.
Will you come read it?
Sure. I also found a nifty little journal.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'll come around.
Does not affect me.
So the description is the same for you, Kelbrix. You
Yeah.
can see that it is once a nice laboratory setup. It is now just been ravaged either with time, elements, or something to that effect. And Gorath, you kind of slowly make your way in. You can smell the taint of dwarf in the air. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if the dwarf smelled worse than the sulfur in the air.
Alright, yeah, I'll move over towards the door and take a look at this writing on it.
Okay. So here is what you see on the door.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And Ari, you will convey to him that it literally just magically appeared as you got close.
There's no handle,
to it.
so I walked up, and it just appeared. I cannot read it.
So for you listeners out there, in the center of the door, there are 3 columns. In the first column are 8 lines. The first line reads Arcane Lock. The second line reads Pass Without a Trace. The third reads Greater Restoration. Fourth is Glyph of Warding. Fifth is Sanctuary. Sixth is Alarm. Seventh is Druid Grove. 8 is Banishment. For those of you unfamiliar with Dungeons and Dragons or RPGs, those are spells, magic spells. The center column has a jumble of randomly placed random letters all in the center column. As the third column also has 8 lines, and the top line reads a distasteful item. The second is silver wire. Third is small silver mirror. Fourth is diamond dust. Fifth is gold dust, not the wrestler. Sixth is ashes from mistletoe. Seventh is incense. And 8 is mistletoe harvested with a golden sickle. As our 3 adventurers stare pondering at this door. Gorath, I believe you can probably read this because you two speak Dwarvish.
I speak Dwarvish.
Yeah.
It's more Dwarvish nonsense and gibberish. Games.
Okay. Well then. I'll read off all the different items to Ari as well, and say then the ones in the middle are just a random assortment of letters. Just for kicks and giggles, if I reach out and touch like the random letters in the middle, can I move them around?
They do not move.
Okay.
They do glow.
They do glow.
Yep. And then you notice, what letter would you like to randomly pick there?
I'm gonna randomly pick A.
All right, so you touch A and it illuminates.
Which one?
Boom.
Which A?
Yeah,
I'm
randomly.
gonna pick
There's several
The
A's.
one towards the top left, or top left.
See, it's not easy, is it, Kelbrix? Yeah.
I know east and west. I just don't know my left and right.
As you do, there is a kind of a hum. As you touch it, the A will illuminate. Do you take your hand or finger off of the door, or do you continue to hold it there as it illuminates? Is the question I have for you.
I'm gonna move it over to I'm gonna take my hand off, and
Okay.
then
As you take your hand off, you'll take 2 points of electric damage
ow, fuck,
as it shocks you.
ow.
Well then,
Shocking damage. Lightning damage.
All right.
that's fun.
The hell.
And the letter no longer illuminates. It kind of dissipates.
Okay.
In the words of Gorath, it's another dwarven trick.
It's a big iron door.
It is. And this is framed nicely into the door. It's large enough for everybody to read.
Ooh, let's see.
I'm just-
Who knows how to spell? Oh, do you have to match up
Let me
the
walk up.
thing?
That's what I'm thinking, but
You don't know the spell components?
Let me grab the T and switch it over to Arcane Lock.
Okay,
Swipe it
so
to the
Gorath,
left.
you put your finger right onto the T and you swipe it over to the left, and a line is drawn. You watch almost like a little golden thread of energy connects to it.
And then I'll move the H over to Pass Without a Trace.
So as you just move the letters do not move.
They do not. But
Yeah,
the
but when
lines.
you start moving your finger, the little golden thread of energy will follow it to the H, and then you will take
Nope.
3 points of lightning damage as you are shocked. And the energy will dissipate. As you now will all conclude between Kelbrix and Gorath, the letters do not move, but you can seemingly draw some sort of arcane or magical lines through the letters. And Ari and Kelbrix, if you wouldn't mind letting the old DM back here hear what you were discussing earlier, I think you may have been onto something.
well, yeah. So personally, I believe we have to probably go and match, like,
Spell
for
with
example,
the
yeah, the
component.
spell component with the actual spell that it is used for. So,
Okay.
for example, with, and I personally know this, but Kelbrix would have no idea.
So I'll tell you what, you're on the right track. You're not wrong. So for the listeners out there, the first list on the left of the door is a list of 8 spells. And the far third column is spell components with random letters in the center. So what I'll have you do, you are a magic user. I'm going to let you make an Arcana check. If you get 10 or better on the Arcana check, Kelbrix will understand the basic gist of this. Ari, you are more than welcome to attempt, but it will be at disadvantage for you because you're not really keen on magic
All right.
per se.
Nope, I got a 2.
All right.
Well. I got a 9. I got a 20
9
and then
is
a
not
9.
going to cut it. Now, what the 9 will do is you will be able to kind of say the piece there. We have to try to connect them. So you guys do know, as the players, we've got to try to connect these somehow. The problem is I don't think anyone knows what components go with what as a character per se.
Nope.
I know the desk had a bunch of random stuff on it.
It did.
Can I go search that? See if
You
maybe there's
can.
some
You can. Yes.
resources?
Yes, you can. You can make an investigation check. And Gorath, you look like you were about to do something.
I was going to use my inspiration points
Oh.
on Colbrick. Colbricks.
Colbert.
On old Colbricks here. You do all the stuff with the magic hands. How do you not know how to do this? It's a dwarf.
He's done.
You're smarter than a dwarf.
Yeah, but it's different type of magic. Mine is granted
I want
to
to
me
help
by
give
my
him
goddess.
inspiration for an Arcana check.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
And I'll
I'll
burn
allow
my
that.
inspiration point.
I'll allow that.
Okay. So I will re-roll. Hey, that's a 16.
Okay. And what is your investigation check, Ari?
10.
Okay. 10 is good. You are going to find the remnants of what appears to be like a clipboard or something to that effect that has a list of arcane spells with components. But the list is very long, and it is badly damaged and weathered with time, water, whatever it is. It's hard to read. It's very difficult. There may be, let's determine randomly. There's one of these spells that you can determine, and that will be Arcane Lock. You can see that Arcane Lock has a bunch of spell components, but you do read that the gold dust feature would be, or the component would be associated with Arcane Lock. Now, Kelbrix, with your 16, you are now on to this. You've overheard magic users, wizards, sorcerers, things like that use components. You've been to various different shops in small villages and towns and people that would purchase things for these things. You do know that, yes, the components and the spells are going to line up. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say that you probably would get Pass Without a Trace, maybe even Sanctuary.
Greater Restoration would be the
And I was going to say Greater Restoration. Those three seem familiar to you.
Yeah.
So, Arcane Lock is the gold dust, which Ari is going to be able to put together with her worn-out list she finds.
Okay.
Pass Without a Trace is ashes from a mistletoe, is one of the components that you'll be able to figure out. Greater Restoration is diamond dust. Yep. And then Sanctuary is a small silver mirror. Now, as for Glyph of Warding, Alarm, Druid Grove, and Banishment, still no idea. So now you kind of have an idea of what to do. Question is, how are you going to go about doing it? And who wants to risk doing it?
Who's got the most points?
That'd be me. I have the most health currently.
And remember, you have healing potions.
Yes. Arcane Lock was the gold dust.
Mm-hmm.
Pass Without a Trace is the ash of a mistletoe. Greater Restoration is diamond dust. And Sanctuary, you said, was the small silver mirror.
Yes. Now, since you've had some time to study this and you're really looking into it, you also notice that there are carved little notches located, almost like it would be like you write the spell name and then you put the little, hyphen, and then you put your spell component, that are carved into the list, which you can once again find this out on YouTube or check it out at our website, creatinggrin.com.
Okay. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take from A to Arcane Lock.
Okay, so the A will ignite in a kind of golden energy and you draw a thin line to it?
Yes.
Yep. And now what?
Now I'm going to take... Arcane Lock was the gold dust. I'm going to take the A that's towards the very middle and pull that over towards this gold dust.
Okay, and as soon as you release your finger from the first, you are going to get a shock. That will not be it, unfortunately.
Son of a...
That'll be 2 points of lightning damage to Kelbrix as he quickly pulls his hand away, shaking it. He feels a little tingling numbness in his hand.
Ow. Okay. And I'm guessing that then disappears, right?
It does.
What about the first one?
It will disappear as well as the energy will fade.
Okay. Ow. All right.
The gibbering mouther did not get him, but this door will.
Yeah. This door. The doors.
Doors, right.
Okay. What do you think? Try going from the same A to Arcane Lock to the same A to Diamond Dust. I don't think so either.
No.
But I don't...
I think you have to go...
Gorath, I can smell the burning of your brain thinking on this. Do you want to chime in with anything?
From Arcane Lock through some of the letters to gold dust. It's just which letters.
Well, we know A goes with Arcane Lock.
Do we, though?
It didn't shock me when I released that one.
T when I moved it.
No, he said when you released the first one.
I did T to the
So
arcade
as soon as
box.
after you connected it, like the first day you touched, that was in the upper left corner, and you touched it, as soon as you took your finger off of it,
that one.
yeah, you got shocked.
Okay.
Because I moved T over to Arcane Lock too, and didn't get shocked.
So he drew a line from T over and didn't get shocked until he started going in a weird direction to get to H or come back to H, and then he got shocked.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought you touched A.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Okay, so T.
Is there another
So
component?
Arcane Lock.
No, he got shocked too.
And do I get shocked? Do I take that T over to Arcane Lock?
Do you take your finger off?
Yeah.
Then you'll get shocked again.
Ah.
As soon as you draw the line and take your finger off, you get shocked. And you take 3 points of lightning damage. Kelbrix is starting to smoke and smell ozone-y.
We have to go from the spell through the letters to the component.
Say that again, Ari.
Okay.
From the spell through certain letters to the component.
Okay, so give us an example. Do you want to step up and do this? Or do you want Kelbrix to do it for you? I mean...
I don't know which letters is the problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need a... Okay.
Tell you what.
We need a little dictionary for
I'll let you guys
runes.
make an insight check.
Okay. I'm actually good at those normally.
You too, Gareth.
All right.
1.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 25.
Awesome.
I got a 5.
Yep. You're going to let them handle this. They've got this.
I got a 1 and 2
Yeah.
for a 3.
Yep. All right. So this hits you as a small child. You're in your background there, Kelbrix. Your particular person or your mentor, I guess, would teach you with brain teasers and puzzles, and this is basically like a crossword puzzle. You're just going to connect line to line in a straight line, and it'll automatically eliminate the letters. So, give me one of the spells that you know.
So, for example, Arcane Lock,
Okay.
Gold Dust.
Okay, so if we do this and I do this properly, it'll cross it out,
Uh-huh.
and then
The
you'll know
letters
the letters that are
left.
crossed out
We'll
are
spell
out,
something.
and that will connect, and the Arcane Lock word will glow,
Okay.
and the Gold Dust word will glow, and you do not get shocked. When you look at it, it's a little bit simpler. It looks a little more complex.
Okay, I get this now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can just tell me, and I will do all the work for you. If you
Oh,
want.
that's lovely. Okay, so then we'll do Pass Without a Trace
Okay.
to the Ashes from Mistletoe.
Okay.
And not to metagame, I knew what we had to do. I just didn't know how to do it because I saw the words in the puzzle.
All right. So it crosses.
But I'm not
those
saying
that are
anything
out.
because I'm stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not stupid.
Well,
And
no,
then-
I'm just rolling stupid.
Next
Greater
one.
Restoration.
Greater Restoration to Diamond Dust.
Okay, hang on, because this is very delicate. There's a lot of things going on here. Ugh. Okay, and those words will highlight, and it seems like they are connected, and that works without getting shocked. So far, you're down. You got what, 3 of them done?
Yes.
Yep.
Sanctuary to the Small Silver Mirror.
Sanctuary to small silver mirror. Yep, and that connects, completes.
And that is all we currently know.
You have half the puzzle solved. How much life do you have left there, Kelbrix? Enough to chance it?
I'm at 11 out of 22.
Okay.
Um,
So you could take a few random shots. if
I
you
know.
wanted to.
See, the problem is, I personally know.
I know you do.
So I'm trying to think of okay, not metagaming. How would I do this?
And for those of you out there that are unfamiliar or newer to D&D, learn from these examples. Metagaming is a thing that a lot of people will do.
We don't like it.
It can ruin the experience sometimes.
Good news, I know nothing about D&D.
Basically, the player knows the answer to the riddle, but the character does not, and we're
Yes.
not ruining the immersion.
So
Correct.
I can't ruin it.
Now, remind me again, Eric, in the
Or wise DM, whatever you want to use.
wise
Voice from above.
phasing
Oh, wise God.
the books that I had seen, there wasn't any in there that had anything with magic that I could tell from the spines of those books.
Oh, there was a lot of school books with magic.
A lot of school books with
Yep.
magic used. Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
But you thought,
I will be
school
back.
All right.
And I'm gonna head into that room. I'm gonna grab one of them school books or a couple of those school books and bring them back, throw them on the table.
Okay, so you will grab. Oh, you'll grab 4 of them.
Perfect.
And yeah, there's a lot of. They look basically like school books, essentially for wizards.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna, being a scholarly person, I'm gonna search for the appendix.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
see if they have anything of like glyph of warding.
Okay, so we like to play a game around here on Creating Grin called Evens and Odds. So he takes his first book, and let's see what the appendix says. Kelbrix, good sir, would you like to play the odds or stay even Stevens?
I'm going even Stevens today.
Good news. Evens is the number. You're going to find in the appendix a list of spells with components.
Perfect. Which ones are there?
There are 3 of them there.
Ooh.
You are going to gain Alarm.
All right.
You are going to gain Banishment.
Which is the silver wire.
That's correct. Banishment.
Which is the distasteful item.
And then you are also going to gain Glyph of Warding.
Which I do believe is the incense.
I think you would be correct. So I will go ahead and connect them, hopefully on the map here. There is that one.
I was going to guess correctly then.
Yeah.
Or not. And then the other one was Alarm.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
There we go.
The silver wire.
All right. Now, through the process of elimination.
I'm going with Druid Grove to Mistletoe harvested with golden sickle.
There we go. So that will connect. Now, as it does, all these are going to connect and they cross out letters. So, what do you do next?
Okay. So, of the letters that are not crossed out, it looks like there is, and confirm, E, an L,
T.
a
No,
T.
the L is technically crossed out.
Okay,
yes.
that's what I wanted to check. So,
Yeah.
we have
S.
E, T, R,
Not the extraterrestrial.
A, I, A, H. What about the S on the right hand side?
Both S's will be considered untouched.
Both S's will be considered untouched.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
P-H-E.
Yes. Okay, so E, T, R,
Oh, you guys got to watch this on YouTube. This is great.
I, A, Jesus,
They are scratching their heads trying to figure this one out.
H.
And I know there's other DMs out there that are saying, I know this puzzle. I've used this. It's super easy.
Well, I know it's an anagram, but I don't know what for. I am bad at anagrams. This is not my area of expertise.
Jason?
Bad at them too.
It was T-H-E-R-A-I-A and then 2 S's, right?
Yes, those
Okay.
are the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters in total.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Make sure I've done that
7,
right.
8, 9. Okay.
It's awful quiet in here.
Yeah,
We're concentrating.
This is not making good podcast material.
I
guys.
know. It's terrible. See, that's your fault.
I-
Oh, wise DM pulling a visual, intelligent.
Hey,
puzzle
if we're gonna be good at podcasting, we got to be able to translate.
Yes, I know. Okay, so
Currently, we're both trying to figure out
uh,
how to spell things.
yes, I'm.
Now remember, this is in Dwarvish, so Ari technically is relying on either
Oh, yes.
Gorath or Kelbrix as they are all trying to figure this out. Now, just to reiterate, all of these spells are connected with these components. These tiny little golden lines have been connected. The words are highlighted in like this gold arcanic energy along with the lines. There's 9 letters that have not been touched and or crossed out that are sitting on the center of the door.
If only I was good at it.
You're overthinking it, guys, I'm telling you.
Probably.
It's super simple. I mean, it will be once you figure it out.
Yeah, once we figure it out.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long podcast of just puzzles. Or a puzzle. He's afraid. He's only got 11 hit points, so he doesn't want to screw up here.
I'm guessing I have to say a word for the door to open, and I have to figure out what that word is based on the 9 letters that are available.
I'm trying to read it from right to left, and then from up to down, and it's not forming words. Eat.
Eat. Heart.
Now we're playing Boggle. Essentially, we're playing Boggle. Hashtag not sponsored by Hasbro. Well, for you listeners out there, I've been doing this for a long time. I'll give you a little back. No, I'm just kidding. Would you guys like a hint? Or a help?
I have one question. Is it a single word?
It is one word.
Okay.
It could be a person, place, or thing.
I was trying to remember the dwarf's name.
Yeah, I got nothing on that. But
I don't think the dwarf's name is given.
No.
I don't think it was.
Or the tree lady.
Win for the DM.
Or the tree lady.
What'd you say there?
I said, or the tree lady.
Oh, you know what? That inspiration point you just gave away. Why don't you take that right back, good sir? Because that is a good path.
I was looking.
We
didn't get the tree lady's name.
She did. She did say it.
Oh, gosh.
I know she did at one point in time, but I don't remember what it was. And I'm going through all of my notes. Don't think so. Okay, I got a guess here. Is it
Teresa?
Yeah, I mean it's the Thessaria.
What is it?
Thessaria. Thessaria.
Say that again.
Thessaria.
Bing! As you say it, each one of those letters will light up.
His most prized possession.
The door will make this...
You missed the E.
You missed one.
Did I? Oh, I did. Hang on.
One time I didn't write someone's name down. Is the one time we needed it.
You got it. I told you, that's it. It was that simple.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what it is. It is the name of the dryad, the elven dryad out there.
And as Gorath, I would totally say Teresa.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's totally the door will make a large kind of clank sound, followed by these gears or inward workings as it will open very slowly.
Boy, oh boy.
And as it does, let me reveal what you will see, or not.
My brain hurts now.
Yeah.
That's way too much work.
Opening up,
Sure.
you see
So-
what appears to be a large vault. There is a large brazier in the center of this vault. The vault is about 20 to 24 feet in length, and width it is about 14 to 15 feet wide. There are large tables set up along the western or left, eastern or right wall. And the far northern wall, there is a dwarven chest, and the brazier is lit with flame that seems to just be continually burning. And on top of 3 of these 4 tables are 3 items. And in the back, the northern or northeastern corner of this room, there appears to be like a coat rack with something hanging from the coat rack, like some sort of robe or something to that effect. So, I ask you each, what would you like to do?
I want to steal everything.
Yeah, I'd like to go in and take a look at what's on all of these tables.
Okay. What do we want to start with? So Kelbrix moves in first into the chamber. The chamber is dry.
I'm going to be
Smells
directly
clean.
behind you.
As Ari will move in. Imagine that the rogue directly behind.
And then I will follow.
As Gorath
Ari
will
is-
follow up.
Right there, ready to take everything and run.
So there is one item to your immediate right and one to your left, Kelbrix. Which one would you like to take a look at first?
Take a look at the one to my right.
All right, so you look at it, and what you see is, ding, 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 a flat iron rod.
Okay.
Yep, pretty cool.
Yeah,
Flat
nifty.
iron rod.
Okay. So we got an iron rod. Let's take a look at the one to my left.
You move over and take a look at that one, and you have a small iron pot bearing relief scenes of heroes on its side. It's probably about the size of a bowl, but it's a pot. It's got a handle that can be, carried. You can put things into it, etc., etc.
Okay. Alright, and then I will move up.
Yep.
Now, when I'm just looking at these.
Yep.
I'm not touching them, picking them up.
Okay, sounds
I'm
good.
going to look at Ari and say, do not touch yet.
I'm not going to touch anything.
So you move past
Yeah.
the brazier. The brazier does not emit any heat, but it does emit light. You, being one of the light source, knows this is some sort of magical flame or something to that effect. It continually lights the chamber.
Alright, and then the one now to my left is a stone amulet.
It is a stone amulet. That is correct.
Perfect.
Correct.
And there is one more item hanging on what appears to be some sort of iron coat rack in that corner, that northern corner there.
Take a look at that.
Yep. And you walk up to it, and you see a robe with cloth patches of various shapes and colors hanging from that iron coat rack. The chest in front of you is a fairly hardy chest, and it's got a pretty significant lock on it.
Okay. And remind me again, how did the door open when it opened up?
It opened outward.
It
So
opened
yeah,
outward.
so it did, and it began to open itself outward automatically, or with some sort of dwarven mechanism or something to that effect. You did not have to touch the door at all. It did all the work for you.
Okay.
He's got his Indiana Jones hat on here.
Yeah, I do. Big old. Especially right now. All right. So. All right.
Don't do that. It's copywritten music.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gorath. Make sure the door doesn't close.
That's
Ari is
why
going to
I'm
pick this
here.
item up in 2 seconds.
All right. So, Ari.
I have some restraint. Are we opening this chest, though?
Sure. If you want to open the chest, I'm going to move kind of in between these two tables, and I will let our rogue go and open this chest.
So Kelbrix moves off to the left in between the two tables off to the left or the west.
Can I investigate the chest first?
You sure can.
Okay.
You can walk right up a few feet there, and about 10 feet or so, and look at the chest. You kneel down, take a look at the lock, and it looks pretty intricate.
And I'm moving further away.
As Kelbrix decides to then move from that wall right back towards Gorath, towards the opening.
I am just so excited about opening this and stealing everything. I rolled a 1, so that's 4.
The lock looks very simple to pick. Not a problem. Should be able to pull out your tools, pop that lock, no problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, in and out, and a flash.
You got this.
You want me to go for it?
Go for it.
I'm gonna die.
Kind of turn towards Gorath, holding his head.
I'm straight gonna get eaten, but Ari's gonna open it.
That sounds like a great idea. Go ahead and give me a... Do you have thieves' tools?
I would believe I do.
But do you? You can
Let me
believe you
double
do,
check.
but do you? Check out your B&B Beyond there.
My BB.
D&D Beyond.
I do have thieves' tools.
Excellent.
And I am
Excellent.
proficient.
That's great news.
That is.
What am I rolling?
You're going to make a dexterity check, and you get to add your proficiency modifier because you have thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
How did that go? I hear the laughter. I can't see the die roll, but I'm sure it's great.
I rolled a 2.
You are going to...
Wait.
I have a
2 plus
3
plus 2
plus.
for your proficiency.
Yeah.
So, a 7.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay,
A
I
7.
rolled a
All right.
7.
It's a simple lock. You said so before.
Super simple lock.
It is very simple. It will not unlock. There's nothing else that happens except for it is still locked.
Well, I didn't die.
And Kelbrick still has his back turned, covering himself up,
But
waiting
I
for the
can't
explosion.
get it open.
Alright. Well, in that case, can you... does it move? Can you pick it up?
It is heavy. It is large. It would take 2 people to carry this one.
It is large.
Alright, I'll...
And I am small.
Well, technically, I could probably carry it.
Gorath could carry it. It would be even a little struggle for Gorath, but he could manhandle it, sure.
With my Goliath, I'm allowed to go up a...
Yeah.
Alright.
But for Ari, no, it's very strenuous.
Okay, Gorath, you want to try to grab this chest? I will swap you positions, and I will hold the door.
Doesn't seem like a good idea, but okay. Alright,
Yes?
yeah, I'll move up.
Okay.
Okay, so Gorath moves up to the chest. I'm assuming Ari steps off to the side.
Yep.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Gorath, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Stupid dwarf. Alright, that's a 17. 11 plus 6.
Gorath gives it a hearty tug, and that chest does not move. It seems to be adhesed or stuck to the floor.
Well, this stupid thing's not moving. It's probably got some stupid dwarf thing on it.
Can I try to open it again?
You can attempt to pick the lock again? Yes.
Okay.
Alright, and before that, with my frustration before with Kelbrix, with that not being able to read the door, and now with you, you pick locks all the time, and you can't open a simple dwarfish chest, and I'll use my inspiration to give her advantage.
Look, I was just excited before.
Now burn a second inspiration point.
I will allow that for sure.
If the voice from above allows it.
Okay.
Then I will step back.
Neat.
Nervously step back.
I will move back up. So I'm just rolling with the advantage?
That would be... I'll give you with advantage for the inspiration. You also remember to... It's a dex check, and then add your modifier to that as well.
So 19 plus 3 is 22.
That,
Plus 2 is 24.
a 24 total. You are going to work feverishly. It's going to take you a couple minutes, but you finally will crack the lock.
Woo! Yay!
I am
As it
inspired.
will
Absolutely kill me.
be able to be... It's like a padlock to this, so you'll be able to take the padlock off. It's a pretty complex padlock, if you will. Well, the lock's done. What next?
I'm going to open the box.
All right. You do, and when you do, you will see that the chest is empty, except for one small pouch in the center.
I'm gonna pick it up and look at it.
You sure can. Gorath, if you wouldn't mind, in our little coin pouch here, to our little bandit, as you refer to her as.
Yay!
The bandit.
Okay, well, that didn't set anything off.
Nope, it did not.
Perfect. Let's grab everything and get
All
the heck out of
this.
here. Let's grab it all. Let's get out of here.
Taking it all?
Might
Taking
as-
everything?
I mean, we might as well.
Done.
You are too excited about that. The question is, do any of us know what an amulet of restoration actually looks like?
No.
Hopefully it's a stone one.
I'm gonna hope it's the stone one.
They're just taking everything. I will give you this. If you would like to give me a... How do I play this? Okay, let's do an investigation, and then Arcana. I don't remember. Are Arcana and investigation the same? Are they both what? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
They're both intelligence?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. I'll let each one of you give me an Arcana check to see if you would have seen these items or have an idea of what these items could be. We're looking for like a 15 or better. And I hear some snickering.
Nope.
That's a nat 20.
Dang, Gorath.
So Gorath, you, traveling the Demon Spine Mountains, have encountered some very magical, strange things in your journeys. You will be able to determine that the item, the flat iron rod, is an immovable rod. You'll be able to find the button on the very end that you can activate it. And the immovable rod, like you can put it in the middle of the air, hit the button, and it just stays. It just hangs wherever. There's a lot of utility work with that. The stone amulet, you're pretty sure is the amulet of restoration. The iron pot, on the other hand, is like nothing you've ever seen before. You don't know what that one is. You know it is definitely potent and magical, based off the design of it. The robe you have seen worn before, that is a robe. I think it's a robe of many things. So each one of the patches are various types of either gold or a boat or something randomly determined on it, which we can discuss. And it is, you pull the patch off, and essentially when you pull the patch off, the item becomes tangible. So,
nice.
Yeah. Then I will explain that I know what all these items are.
Except for the pot.
Confuses me.
Yes. Perfect.
Fancy.
Okay.
But we should take it, because I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Yes. Let's do it. It's worth it.
Okay.
So we will collect all of the items.
All right. And I assume you guys wish to make your way out of here. Do you want to take another short rest, or maybe even you're getting close to where you could take a long rest if you want. I think you're getting pretty close.
I'd like to get back up to our horses.
I mean, that's a smart play for sure.
My only concern would be that was the alarm for something in or something out.
Probably something in. That'd be my guess.
You never know.
But
we still have to make it through all that, and I need some type of rest.
Yeah. You do have to travel back through those fungus and spores.
Potions.
You have potions. Gorath does not have potions.
I will hand you a potion.
Would you like another one?
I'm fine right now.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess the decision's made then. We will.
With that all being said, I think this is a good place for us to end our chapter of our tale.